So now if you take a look at what's actually happening in the viewport where you've dragged your character in, you'll see that the character is not actually where he should be. He's somewhere else, and depending on how you've set it up and where you've dragged him into the scene, you might be seeing it in some other position. But the point is, it's not where it should be. And the reason that I've waited till now to mention this is just to solidify the fact that there is a big difference between the world space and the rig space. So if you remember what we did when we looped through all of these bone names, we got the transform of the bone, converted it from rig space to world space before saving it into this world final foot transforms array. However, in the set full body arcade node, or the function, if we double click on that, we're just directly using this world final foot transforms and using it in the full body arcade node. But this full body arcade node operates in rig space, not world space. So essentially what we're doing is we're feeding it some world space transforms and expecting it to deal with that as if it's a local transform in rig space, but it's not. So what we want to do at this point, for each one of these transforms, we want to drag out, and now we do from world. And this is basically the inverse of the to world. So it takes it from a world transform and converts it to a rig or global space transform. So then we connect that up to the transform, and we're going to do that for each one of these. So we can just copy and paste that node, connect things up. So now that we've converted the transforms from world space back into rig space, if you go to the level, you'll still see that things aren't quite in the right place. But what we want to do is start simulating. And if you've not got yours defaulted to simulating, if you click these three dots, you can click simulate as opposed to play, which is the selected viewport option. You can go simulate, and that will change this to simulating, where you don't have an active player that you're controlling. It will simply just simulate without you being involved, and you'll just be able to see what happens. So if you click on simulate, you'll see that the character is in the correct place. And if you click on the character and you try to move him, you'll see that you can sort of see it's fighting against it. It's keeping him in the same place. You can see some movement just because of the delay between when you move it and when it updates with the animation. But you can see he stays in one place however much you try to move his position. And that's because these locations are being saved in world space. So you're trying to move the character, but the whole full body arcade node is correcting things and fixing things so that these feet meet the correct spots where they're trying to reach.